everyone, welcome back. This is Abhinav Johari from QA Guides. If you have any inquiry related to software testing, any courses you want to join, if you want to get your work done, please contact us. Our number is 919414054312. Okay, so let's start with our J meters. Today we will be covering an interesting topic. So today we are going to start with config elements. Okay, let's start. So these are all the config elements which we are going to study. One is counter, random variable, user defined variables, CSV data set configs, HTTP request default, HTTP cookies manager, HTTP header manager, HTTP authorization manager, and FTP request default. So these are all things we are going to study in it. So here the most important question is arises, what is config element? Okay, what is config element? So config element is a configuration element which provides basic configuration, or we can say this provide configuration to other elements. Okay, so what is it? It is a configuration element which provide us to do configuration. So let's start with our first config element, that is user defined variable. Okay, so I am adding a thread group here. Let's me enable it. Now let me add a thread group here, config element, that is user defined variables. Okay, fine, I have added it. So what are user defined variables? They are just the variables which user defines. What are it? These are variables which user defines. Okay, we define x is equal to 10, y is equal to 50. Okay, these type of variables. Example, like name variable. It's have QA guides. Okay, another variable, say role, trainer. So we have two variables. Fine, you can see that name and role. So let's start with it. So we are using user defined variables. Let's specify some variables over here. Okay, how can we specify those variables? See, on your screens you have name, value, description. So we will add the variable with here. Click here, add. See, a new line has been added, name. So name is of the user and its value is QA guides. Okay, see, QA guides is name of user. Okay, next what I do, I add one more variable. Let's add role of user, role of user and trainer. Okay, we provide the training. See, if you want to skip this description part, you can miss. Okay, skip it and miss it. There will be no issues. Fine. Okay. But they are important. Name and value. They are most important thing. Fine. So let's see whether they are working fine or not, these two variables. So I add a new sampler. Say name I provide. See, to access JMeter variables, it is very easy. Just provide dollar. Go here, provide dollar. Okay, curly braces. Then go here, take the variable name. Okay, put here its name and close the curly braces. Okay, next variable, just concatenate like this. Dollar. Next is role of user. Copy it. I am copying so that it is case sensitive. That's why. So now to see the result, I am adding a listener with the name as view result tree. Okay, fine. Now let me run it. It is asking to save me. Let's save it as variables. Okay, now run it, save it. See what it is saying. QA guides trainer. So value of name is QA guides and role of user is trainer. So it has printed for me QA guides trainer. Getting the things? Don't worry about sampler failing. Okay, this is failing because the information I have not provided in it. So next config element which we will discuss is counter, and counter is something which count the number. Okay, so let's study on it. Let me create a new thread group and let me name it as counter. Okay, I will disable it. Remember how I used to disable it? Control T. Okay, now let me add a config element with the name as counter. Can you see here? Okay, I have added a new counter variable here. Okay, getting the things? Comment is optional here. Okay, we need to provide starting value. We need to provide increment. Say it is 1. Increment I want 2. So the first value will be 1, second value will be 3, third value will be 5. Let's put increment as 1. I am not putting maximum value. And the variable number name where I want this value to should get store, I am giving as where. Okay, let's add a sampler. And what I am doing, I am putting this variable name under here. Okay, I am putting this variable name here. Dollar max value there is how much maximum we can go. Okay, save it. Okay, let's put a listener and now let's run it. Okay, see one is shown. Okay, so it is only showing one. Now I have to put the loop count. I have put the loop count as 10. Okay, let's go here, clean it, and now run it. See, counter has increased 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what we can do? We can use these values. What we can do? Now suppose number of users are 10 and keep it as 1, and now clear it and run it. See, now also counter is increasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So remember, counter run independently. Okay, what I do now, I go here in thread group, I define it as 5. For 5 user, 5 counters. Okay, it will be, I think, 25. Let's go here, clean it. Total of 25 executions have been made. Okay, so now I want to check it is from which user. Remember, I have told you first one user. This is from second user, first counter. Okay, this is from third user. Okay, this is from fifth user. Remember, I have already told you guys. Now there is one more option available here, that track counter independently for each user. If I check it out, now let's run it. So what it is, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, it is for first. Okay, it is for second. Okay, interesting. Okay, got it. Now what I do, I go here and reset counter for each thread group. Check it. Go to your iteration, clear it, and now run it. See, 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. It ran for 25 times. Yes. Okay, hope you got the things. Next one is our random variable. Let me disable it and let's start with our random variable. Okay, let me create a new thread group. So what we will do here? Remember random function in Java, in Selenium we worked. In the same way we will be generating a random value here. Fine. This is the use of random function. Add a config element, random variable, where it is. So these are the something it is asking, the variable name, output format, minimum value, maximum value, okay, per user thread. Fine. So let's put the variable name as random var. Let's take the maximum value 99. Okay, I will tell you about see it function after some time. Okay, just wait for it. Let's start it. Let's add a sampler. Oh, sorry. Okay, now do one thing. Uh, Add this variable here. Fine. Go here. How we put it? Dollar bracket variable name close. Okay. Now do one thing. Provide your listener. Okay. And now let's run it. See, it generated a random value. Again run. Again run. It generated a random value. Again run. 74. This is how it is generating the numbers. It is generating a random number here. Okay. Now what we do, So there is an output format. Okay, so let's see what is output format. So let's do one thing. Let's provide the output format as triple zero. Save it. And now let's go here and run it. See, it is giving me zero format in three ways. Okay, what I do here, put it as three, four times zeros. Save it, clear it, and now run it. See, it is putting double zero before any number. Okay, double zero 87 again, run it. Double zero 90. Okay, so every time number will start with double zero. Fine, getting the things. Now do one thing. Provide loop count as 10. Save it and now run it. Clean it. See, 10 random numbers generated, but all the values started with double zero. Getting the things? Don't it look good? Great. Now suppose I clear it. I go here. I provide seed as 10. Okay. Save it. See what I am doing. Okay. Now I run it. See it generated how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I rerun it. It generated me the same 10 numbers again. Okay, see 28, 70, 81, 41, same. So seed will do the generation of same numbers. Okay, this is the use of seed. In next session, we will discuss about CSV config. That is very important and it is very useful in JMeter. Okay, in every interview it is being asked. Okay, fine. So this is Abhinav Johari from QA Guides. Okay, any inquiries related software testing, call me on this number 94140 or you can WhatsApp me also or you can email me at abhinav11johari@gmail.com. Thank you.